See this? This is mad disturbing, you all. And this is Pascal Siakam for the Indiana Pacers. And this was during the pregame.
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But maybe a trigger warning or two, I hope not. Also, if you watch it on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. But I did want to ask, man, how y'all feeling today? Y'all good? Y'all going through it? Man, what's going on? Let me know in the comments how y'all feeling, man. I just want to know how y'all feeling. I hope y'all good on this Sunday. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Breaking news out of Minnesota. John Hoffman and Melissa Hortman were both state senators representing the Minneapolis area. They are Democrats that just voted against their party to get rid of insurance for illegals. Well, they were both shot in their homes along with their spouses. Melissa Hortman and her husband have been confirmed. They don't get the security that a lot of politicians get. It is extremely sad, and I hope that people are on guard, because it was a targeted attack, and the guy that went in posed as a police officer. They now have a police dragnet looking for him. There's going to be over 2,000 protests today, and they are not the party of peace like they proclaim to be. It's never okay, and I hope that everybody else that's voted against their own party or had an opinion is on guard, because it's not the end of it. I can tell you now, it's not the end of it.
That police officer and his partner pulled down the street when they arrived at Melissa's house. They noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with the lights, emergency lights on, and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house. When our officers confronted them, the individual immediately fired upon the officers, who exchanged gunfire, and the suspect retreated back into the home.
Was this an actual police officer or impersonating a police officer?
Yes, the question is, was it a real person or a person impersonating a police officer? It was not a real police officer. This is somebody that clearly had been impersonating a police officer, again, using the trust of this badge and this uniform to manipulate their way into the home.
So to a janitorial parallel, the person not only was wearing a badge posing as a police officer, when they approached their victims, they had a car with lights and sirens?
Yes, the question is what kind of vehicle and how were they dressed? They did drive a vehicle that looked exactly like an SUV squad car. It was equipped with lights, emergency lights that looked exactly like a police vehicle. And yes, they were wearing a vest with taser, other equipment that would, a badge very similar to mine, that no question, if they were in this room, you would assume that they are a police officer.
Chief Burley, Adam Dexter with WTCO News. Can you describe the moments after that played out? You said the person went into the home, and then can you help us understand the next 10-15 minutes of how we got to the point we're at now?
Yeah, briefly, although I'm just going to remind us that this is an absolutely active investigation. We have thousands of people sheltered in place in the city of Brooklyn Park right now. We are in an extensive manhunt involving hundreds and hundreds of police officers and SWAT teams searching, gridding off areas, as we believe confidently the suspect had fled out the back of the house after being confronted by the police. Very briefly, after the officers had exchanged gunfire and the suspect retreated into Melissa's home, they immediately went up to the threshold and looked in and seen a male that was down, clearly had been struck by gunfire. They made limited penetration, grabbed a hold of the male and drug him out to safety to attempt first aid. However, he was pronounced shortly after that. At that point, the officers surrounded the house, got additional resources and SWAT resources.
Bro. So I was in the studio, and so like me and Smalls don't get the recording like right when we get there. It'd be like an hour or something. We talking, we just going over stuff, and he was like, bro, this is what really happened, and they distracted us with some shit that was going on in LA. I'm just like, Damn. So I finally get to see and hear the full exact story. It's been a few since I've been in the studio, so like I forgot about the story. And I turned this on in the first clip, the two lawmakers. That's crazy. Dude dressed like an officer. That is wild, bro. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Damn. Y'all think this another distraction and play that they created, and their angle would be division to cause people to choose a party? Do y'all think that's too much of a reach? To take it further deeper, to take it even deeper than that? Let me know. Is that a reach? It's worth the question. It's worth the question.
I went to sleep and I woke up to check my mom in for her flight from Houston to Arizona, and there was an advisory on there that you had to click on to make sure you knew that Washington, D.C. is closed.
I mean, that shit didn't look real, but then it started to look real.
Oh shit, oh hell to the no. Hell no. Did you just, oh shit, oh hell no. There's some crazy shit going on up in there.
Guys, calm down. You're right to the top.
Okay, well guys, that shit right there just moved. Just, oh. Oh.
Hey!
Can we put a security set back? Because that just moved. Like that just moved. Like that just moved.
What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna break it. That right there just moved.
He wasn't playing no games, y'all.
Guys, check this out.
Plaintiffs made a reasonable allegation the mac and cheese contains a synthetic form of citric acid and also has sodium phosphates, noting the synthetic citric acid is different from the natural variety. The lawsuit specifically alleges the ingredients were used as preservatives, making Kraft Heinz's claim of no artificial flavors, preservatives, or dyes on its labels false. Kraft Heinz contends the allegations are untrue, and its ingredients do not contain artificial preservatives. Swiss-based chocolate company Lindt is also facing a class action lawsuit. The suit alleges Lindt's dark chocolate bars of the 70% and 85% cocoa varieties contain significant amounts of lead and cadmium, arguing claims by the chocolatier of its expertly crafted chocolate made with the finest ingredients caused them to believe the products were free of such metals. Lindt acknowledged the phrases are not meant to be guarantees, rather promotional in nature, and the presence of such metals is unavoidable.
Are fairies purely fictional, or do they actually exist in our physical?
This, like, it's got legs and arms. It kind of looks like a frog. Like, it was in my pool filter. And it's got wings. King, get down. See, it's got wings. Like the head is gone, but it's got front legs, back legs, wings, and it looks like a tail. I don't know what the hell that is. Like, I don't think frogs have wings, unless I mean, I don't know. What the hell is that? Yeah, it was in my pool filter. Changed the filter and it was like stuck inside of there. And, yep. see it's got legs and arms and a pair of wings and looks like a tail. Weird.
Now, we asked ChatGPT a lot of questions, but would it be possible to post a picture to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT answer that question? Because if that's the case, we need to see and ask ChatGPT what that is. That's what we need to do. Instead of asking some of the questions we be asking to make it smarter, we need to ask questions like, what is this? Is this a fairy? If he says a fairy, bro, I don't want to hear shit. Because right now, I believe him, but we got a little bit of proof. We get ChatGPT to answer that, bro. We got all the proof we need. Man, y'all let me know.
You see, the truth, it scares people. It makes them want to run and hide to somewhere comfortable. But on my page, we don't get comfortable. We make you run right into the truth, whether you like it or not. I know what the media told you, but that's the problem. That's all you know, and that's all you believe. Well, today, you're going to learn something new about this picture that I'm currently showing you. The opening pic that I showed you was a Photoshop pic. You will never catch these two, even before the passing, in the same event, let alone the same area. It's only one guy playing both roles. On top of that, from the passing of XXX to the birthday of Jaden Smith is a total of 20 days. And XXX passed at the age of 20. Go figure. They always show you who's playing the role and who's playing the character, even down to the hair color. I mean, this is very obvious, and Jaden Smith even posted it on his own IG. My gematria people already know how this goes. ABC equals 1, 2, 3, and from XXX birthday to Jaden Smith's birthday is a total of 167 days. And Jaden Smith's name in gematria equals 167. Remember all those content creators that were running around saying that Drake had something to do with the passing of XXX? Well, not only was it not true, but let's just say this pic is worth 1,000 words. You see, this pic was taken after the passing of XXX, and as you can see, Jaden had cut his hair, symbolizing that he is done with the XXX character. Not only that, Drake is giving the big FU to all of the fans, letting y'all know he knows what's going on, and so does Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith's biggest hit ever was called Icon, and in gematria, that equals 23. XXX was born on the 23rd day of the year. And from XXX birthday all the way up until Jaden Smith's birthday is a span of 23 weeks. June 18, an Icon living match in 2 ciphers. June 18 being the death date of XXX Tentacion. Here's your grand finale. If you go to Jaden Smith's IG, you will see that he calls himself C. Cyrus Smith. Add all of that up, you're gonna get 139. And I've always wondered why XXX only had one picture available on IG, and it was posted on May 19th. That is the 139th day of the year. Truthfully, I could have flooded this whole entire video with more numerical proof, like how both of these characters were born in the year of 98, how Jaden's Sire album came out on the 17th in the year of 2017, and XXX has a whole album titled 17, but I figured you get the point by now. This is Hollywood. They are illusionists, and they play multiple roles. They wear silicone masks and silicone skin suits to hide their true identity. But my name is BY is Real, where I don't do conspiracies, I do real ass information. And as always,
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Shout out to BY is Real. He sent that one to me directly. Shout out to my guy.
Travis Scott theory with the picture that he posted.
What picture you post?
Oh my god, here, I'll show you. It's him on the ground.
What's he doing, bro?
With only a pillow covering his body.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Guess who's in the top corner though? And we always talk about
that's
Michelle Lamy.
Yeah, that's the wife of Rick Owens. Yeah, Rick Owens' wife.
So that's why it's like
the witch.
Yes, exactly. The whole conspiracy is that she's a witch, right? And everybody's saying that, oh, what are these like little orbs flying around the picture? Did Travis like sell his soul again?
Wait, why is it so straight too?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But
wait, what is the picture for?
I don't know. It was like leaked on the No, it was just leaked on the Instagram.
Let me see this AI.
Trust that is not AI. That's literally Travis Scott.
Why the f is he?
Fam, I don't know.
What do you think it is?
Oh, it's a ritual, 100%. Because right after, Michelle lay me in an interview. She's like, I'm not an artist like you are. You are an artist in the current sense of the world. I'm more like a rhizome. People see my iconic teeth and are drawn to me. I'm always searching for new energy, new beginnings. Because I seen a video too, Travis Scott's first ever world tour performance.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, you're gonna do great. You're gonna explode. We got you.
So yeah, you are going to explode and we are going to get to okay.
All right, for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm like,
We got you is crazy.
We got you. I'm like, what the
Well, what is she doing?
Man, look. I love to make music. And since I've been able to do these videos, I don't have to focus on music as much as I used to. So now when I do music, I can focus on it and just enjoy it. Oh man, to have to take it to that type of level, I don't know. I don't have it in me. When I see Michelle Lammy, she scares the living shit out of me. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for the ones who don't. Oh man, it's something like it's the aura like that. Oh nah, I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That shit scares me. I'm straight.
Read puppy lips. Look like Puff say, take the hat off.
Jay like, nah, bro, what you talking about?
Y'all better pay attention to them Project Pan videos. Because the way shit is going right now, we just might have to use every last bit of everything that we have. So basically, those Project Pan videos are showing you how to utilize everything that you have. To the last drop. All of your food, all of your supplies. Say if you have a jar of peanut butter and you use all the peanut butter. You know how we usually throw away what's in the jar? Well, Project Pan is showing you how to get the rest out of there and use and utilize all of that. Lotion, soap, and all. Go through those videos. Look at those videos. Take advantage of those videos. Because what people are saying right now, the supplies that we usually get, we might not be getting those supplies. We might not be able to get shit when shit go left. Because everybody knows what's going on right now. And shit can go left. Also, it's a lot of people saying stack up on other things. Water. A lot of different foods that won't go bad. Canned goods, etc. And then again, this is where Project Pan will play out. Look at those videos, man. It's a lot of useful, good videos that might definitely help us in the near future. Because shit don't look good. I'm out.
Did y'all just see? Man, today's Sunday. So some of these clips were sent to me early, like, I would say like, probably like Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. But y'all know we've been pumping content like left and right. I just seen we took out some shit over there in Iran, and then I seen how Trump, like, he not playing with him. He not playing with him. I seen some of y'all ask me in the comments last night. Y'all was like, bro, y'all think it's about to be WW3? Bro, you said it was coming. Bro, you said, like, I mean, this shit going left. So I would just say stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared when the shit go left. Because there's going to be a lot of people who aren't prepared because they have other things to attend to. Other distractions. Sometimes they're very important distractions. They're reasonable distractions. So, like, it's life. Some got real life shit. So some of them can't get the certain things to stay prepared. But if you're in a position to where you can afford to prepare, then I say do it ahead of time. That's what I would say. Be proactive here. Like, before you see that shit about to go left, just keep it maintained before it go left. So when it do, you sitting up high in your castle or something and you got what you need. You get what I mean? That's my advice. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though.
White nations. White nations. Now we start the deportation. Now we start the deportation. White nations. White nations. Closed borders. Closed borders. Now we start the deportation. Now we start the deportation.
Let's talk about it. When I say that people in our community are supporting white nationalism, this is one of the examples right here. The idea that all the illegals is coming to take our job, that's called the Great Replacement Theory, and it's something that's manufactured by that group right there. To the people in the back, even if they deport everybody you want them to, it don't mean they're going to hire us. They've always trivialized our work ever since we stopped working for free. That's the reason why they feel like they're paying too much for it. Which takes me to another good point. Our anger is directed towards the wrong people. I've never heard of an undocumented person going to a construction site and saying, give me these construction tools. It's given to them. The same way the companies and corporations profit off of the quote unquote illegal labor is the same way they get away with profiting from the quote unquote illegal labor. We got smoke with the people that's quote unquote taking a job and not the corporation or business that's giving it to them. White nations start mass deportations. You agree with that ideology, that means you are a sympathizer of white supremacy, you are an anti-black apologist, and you are aligning yourself with individuals that want to send you back to the plantation.
Damn. Let's not get lost in the sauce, though.
Something is very, very wrong right here. This is not SpaceX. They are claiming that this is Iran's new hypersonic weapon. The problem is we've been seeing this right here, this exact structure and everything for a year and a half straight, and every single time they said it was SpaceX. Please tell me y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you. Do you understand the consequence from this? This one right here, this video actually has the same exact color of what they have been claiming over and over was SpaceX. So why is it right here? Now what you see right here is an undisputed video of one of their, what they say is SpaceX launches. And they look identical. They look identical. Not to mention, past over the decade I've been showing you these things in the sky which they also say are SpaceX. So what was the other thing I just showed you at the beginning of the video? Is that SpaceX? Is it a new Iranian missile? What is it? And not to mention, I've seen videos of this conflict which look identical to when they say spaceships fell apart and they came back to the Earth but never went down always to the side along, the Earth. Weird stuff. Oh, and bonus, we know that yesterday the Indonesia volcano blew up, and just a few years prior we saw this green laser going into it, or this green meteor. Guess what? The same exact green meteor just caught flying over Australia 2 days ago. Weird.
The hell is the... Oh, that's another rabbit hole. The green meteor. I'm gonna have to go look. Y'all spam it up and let me know. Enlighten me, please. Because I'm unsure about that. That's crazy. It's dope, though.
I'm about to show y'all why I'm about to forever be golden on TikTok and social media stamp. And no, we're not talking about the giant scene either. Pay attention. Now, in this movie, if you've seen it or not, there was the scene where she jumped into the portal, yo. And it was in the ocean, right? And she basically went to the world of monsters, which is basically Hollow Earth, yo. Pay attention. And then I'm gonna get at one more thing. Peep the ocean underneath the ocean, bro. Look.
What? Dum-dum, she's not even here. No mortal's gonna jump into the realm of...
Now, y'all remember from the King Kong movie when King Kong had jumped into the Antarctica to go into the Hollow Earth and all that, and they followed him. It looked like the same thing, yo. Pay attention. Look at that. The same type of colors and all that. Stream and all that going under. You feel me? Now peep when they came through the other side. You see the scenery, right? How it's two worlds, like one down and one up. Now, have you ever seen the movie Strange World? It was taking place at the same scenery, yo. Look. In that movie, they basically came looking for his dad in Hollow Earth and Pete. Upside down. Now, in this movie, right, they came to look for his dad inside of Hollow Earth. As above, so below. It was, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like y'all seen in the Kong John. You see it? And then let's not forget about the Journey to the Center of the Earth. This came out when we was young boys, right? Pay attention. Pete, it was the same concept. Falling to the center of the Earth. And it being creatures and monsters and shit down there, yo. Now, let's not forget about Pacific Rim. You know what You feel me? Pacific Rim, all of the monsters was coming up from the ocean, y'all. You feel me? What are they trying to tell us? You mean? Even in the cartoon show Inside Job.
Harold, wait, listen. This is not the Earth's edge. This is the portal to the Earth's core. Remember the sea monsters on old maps? They're down there. Okay, what do I look like, an idiot?
There was always different depictions of a hollow Earth. But the name that everybody know it to be is called Agartha, yo. That's where all the mythical shit exists. And y'all know how lately we've been all talking about how the L word, how it might be loose and shit? Bro, do not put it past anything, you feel me? There's more to this earth than meets the eye, yo. If you enjoy the content, go to my IG, Nizzy Conspiracy, hit that follow, you feel me? Like and repost, y'all. Forever the GOAT. Wake up!
Bro got a point. Everybody free to disagree if you do.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. Did you know that America almost had its own Hitler in 1933? No joke. This is a true story. This is not a conspiracy theory. Your chosen dictator? Major General Smedley Butler. Smedley was one of the most decorated Marines in U.S. history. The U.S. was in chaos. It was in the middle of the Great Depression. People were starving. Banks were collapsing. Unemployment was sky high. The president had just taken office in 1932 with the promise to help the working class. To the super rich, this sounded like socialism, or worse. FDR's New Deal included heavy taxes on the ultra-rich, new labor protections, banking regulations, unions getting stronger, etc. The plotters were some of the biggest names in American business. J.P. Morgan and Associates, the DuPont family members, executives from General Motors, U.S. Steel, Standard Oil, Goodyear. They believed FDR would betray their class, so they planned to install a dictator they could control. The plan was to raise a private army of 500,000 war veterans, march on Washington, and force Roosevelt to step aside or become a figurehead. Then replace democracy with a fascist regime like Mussolini's Italy. They secured what would be about $70 million today as a war chest, and then they quietly recruited. But why Butler? Well, he was beloved by the World War I veterans, and he had led protests around poor treatment of returning soldiers from World War I. He had spoken out for the poor and against war profiteering. So he had credibility with soldiers and some credibility with people. And that's what the plotters needed. But Butler had something they didn't. A conscience. So he pretended to go along until he blew the whole thing up. Butler went to Congress, he testified under oath before the McCormick-Dickstein Committee in 1934, and he named names. He exposed meetings, funding, plans, everything. Coup was real. So what happened to the plotters? Nothing. No arrests, no trials, no headlines, the names were buried, and the public moved on. You see, wealth equals protection. So who saved American democracy? A war hero that said no. Smedley Butler, who called the whole thing a corporate plot to seize the government by force. And when they asked him why he didn't go along with it, he said, "I believe in democracy, I fought for it." One man stood between us and fascism. America came very close. Is that what's happening now? Did they finally get their guy in there? You tell me in the comments, and remember, I'll be fine. I'm a part of the 1%, and I'm protected because wealth equals protection. Peace, blessings, and shine the front.
My question would be, whoa. Again, why we don't get everything in class about U.S. history? Why we don't get it? If we gonna tell some of this history, we need to tell all that shit. That's how I feel. All of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. All of it. Spam it up if you agree. And some people gonna say they're gonna attack him. My question would be, what does he gain out of saying everything he said? If he's in the 1%, what does he gain from that? Literally, like it doesn't matter. The world is harming itself. He continues to win. He's gonna continue to win. They're in a position to continue to win. They planned for generations down the line. While some families haven't even begun to start planning yet. So again, what does he gain out of saying all of that? You know? So it's like, that's my question. Before I start questioning anything too deep, what does he gain out of telling us this information? Maybe I'm missing an angle. If I am, let me know. But yeah, how y'all feel about that clip? That one, because I never knew none of that. So I'm like, whoa. Bro, he went. I wasn't expecting that clip.
Talk about something for a second, because I just had this epiphany and I need to tell somebody about it right now. And if I go missing, I was onto something, okay? You know how we use math to explain everything? Like buildings, music, rockets, time, all of it. It's the foundation for how we understand everything in the world. But when it comes to something as simple as a circle, math kind of fails. Like, we can't fully express a circle in numbers. We have pi, 3.14159, and it just keeps going, but we can't write it all down. It never ends, it never repeats, and we'll never be able to fully lock it down. And that just made me realize if math can't explain something like a circle, something so basic and universal, then what if we're missing something? What if our whole framework for understanding reality is just slightly off or incomplete? Maybe math isn't the full picture. Maybe it's just the part that our brains can understand. And that just made me wonder, what if it's not the circle that's impossible to solve? What if we just don't have the mental software to comprehend it? Maybe our brains are missing something, another sense, a layer of perception that we just haven't evolved yet. And we keep trying to map the universe with incomplete tools and wondering why it never quite adds up. Maybe the reason why reality doesn't make perfect sense is because we haven't finished being able to see it.
Look, my uncle likes to say the answer's already there, you know the answer. And I think the answer is already, I think we all know this. We smart enough, we intelligent enough to pick up on it, to solve it. We just don't have all the tools to solve it. The 1% or certain families have taken certain tools from us, so we are unable to complete the full thing. You know what I mean? We're going to complete it because we're going to get our downloads from the universe, from God, from all these different things, from information being passed along. That's what's going to happen naturally. They can't stop that. The light will always outdo the darkness. Always. But what I want to say is, it's just more so, instead of giving us, we had all the information, took certain vital pieces of information, and we only got some of it. So we got to go looking even further to find the full puzzle. You know what I mean? To put all the pieces back together. That's what they have done. They have taken the pieces because they can't get rid of it, because they going to still need it for their people. So they had to hide it. And we have to find it and put the pieces back together to complete the puzzle. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. But I do like that she's even questioning that. You know what I mean? Because we gotta have these talks. We gotta see these things so these things can be brought up and we can die, so we can see it, fix it, and continue to go forward and never go back to it again. But let me know your thoughts.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. I want you guys to listen to me really clearly. I want you to watch the video coming up. I want you to note that this man who calls himself a conservative, Ted Cruz, is advocating going to war with a country that is pretty much uninvadable. He's advocating another Iraq situation. He's either compromised by Mossad, or he's getting paid by Halliburton or some other gigantic company that will profiteer from the war. Watch this clip. Let me know what you think in the comments, and listen to me. Again, anybody who is advocating war with Iran is your enemy.
How many people live in Iran, by the way? I don't know the population. At all? No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple? How many people live in Iran? 92 million. Okay. Yeah, how could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's, it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything about the country... I didn't say I don't know anything about the country. Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran? They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, it's not even, you don't know anything about Iran. So okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran. You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who don't know anything about the country.
Fear nothing, shine on.
What does home mean to me?
Listen and watch.
It's my sanctuary.
Telling you
it's the one place I can let my guard down. It's where I can just kick back and be totally comfortable in my own skin. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Mortgage understands that home is where I can be myself. And that feels pretty darn good.
Right in y'all faces. It's a joke.
Home is where you feel the most comfortable, and Rocket Mortgage helps you feel comfortable financing that home with a personalized and convenient experience centered around you. Rocket Mortgage. Push button.
get mortgage.
You got this.
Take it.
Okay, all right.
Ladies, how y'all feel? Because I know y'all love him. I know it.
You see this? That's a picture of the moon taken by an amateur astronomer. And that's a tower. That's a massive tower. Yeah, an amateur astronomer just posted images of a massive tower on the moon, and of course NASA's saying nothing. So the way the story goes, this person was taking some high-resolution images of the moon when they saw something fishy. This thing, right up there. Do you see it? It's casting a huge shadow. That is some kind of tower. It's hard to get a real close view because let's face it, NASA's not taking pictures of it, and if they are, they're not letting anybody know. But this thing is huge, massive, and obviously intelligently made. Some speculations are it's at least 2 to 3 kilometers high. 2 to 3 kilometers high? That's huge, baby, that's huge. Just more proof that there's something going on out there and we're not being told. They're just not telling us. What do you think of this whole moon tower situation there, Booskies? Let me know in the comment section. Shabadoo.
Do y'all think that the moon is a soul harvesting plant? Do y'all think that it's like the Truman Show where they watch us from there, and inside of Earth really would be inside the ice walls, and like again, the Truman Show, they're watching us from there, and there's other people on the outer sides of the ice walls? Do y'all think that the moon is the moon? That it comes in during the night just to give us light? Like, what do y'all feel? Let me know what y'all think. And there's a friend of mine, a real close friend of mine, whose family, and I'm not gonna say his name because he did tell me there was some of his family who want this information out, and there's some who doesn't. So I'm gonna respect that and not put his name out there and not give the full complete story he told me. But he has relatives who once were involved in the moon landing. He said that he thinks that the moon landing happened, but the one they showed us wasn't what really happened. Because he thinks that what they saw when they got there was something that they don't want to tell the public, or something that they don't want to have to deal with. Pretty much along those lines. And because I said that, and he was like, pretty much that's what happened. Because I was like, I think this is what happened. And he was like, that's pretty much what happened. But he was like, what they showed us, of course, wasn't really what happened. That was a fake. That was fake. That's what my guy told me. So, I asked y'all what y'all think the moon is, though. What y'all think the moon is? Because that's a completely different question than what I said that me and my peoples was talking about.
If you're picking a side, they already have you right where they want you. They don't want you perceiving the grand illusion, which is that this is a conflict that is fomented, engineered, orchestrated, and scripted to bring the world into darkness, to plunge the world into darkness. And this illusion is so vast and so large that it escapes most people's perception, which is intentional. This is set to take us, unless something serious is done, into a global conflict. And if you know anything about conflict, global problems call for global solutions, predetermined solutions, solutions that involve the merging of all nations into a one world government.
Now that's facts. They trying to push for a global solution.
right now was spiritual because Baghdad is on the 33rd parallel.
Also, man, I wanted to say, shout out to BDL1014. When I started really, like, me and my uncle, he really started tapping me in. Like, when we started having talks, I started telling him certain things, and he'd be like, oh, you already got some of this. That shit natural. That's what he used to tell me. And he used to be like, man, well, let me help you. Let me take you even further into it. Because you there. And I ain't even had to explain that when you there. So I'm going to lead you down this one. So he'll lead me down different rabbit holes. He led me down Yakub and the Big Head Genius. Oh my God. Bro. At that point, I started feeling like, before that, I started feeling like, I'm not sure if everybody else has had this feeling, but when you start to ascend and you start to really tap in, especially when you're a rookie at it and you new to it, you'll start to think that, like, you vibrating so high, you start to think that you know everything, and then something has to come humble you and let you know you don't know anything, and you still got a lot of learning to do. And you gonna start, that's when you got to realize, like, and that's that point where you start to realize, like, oh, bro, I know a lot, but I still don't know nothing, because there's so much information out here. Like, I could still be learning. I got to that point, so I thought I hit my cap. Like, literally, I was arrogant. I thought I hit my cap, and my uncle was like, hey, calm down, chill. You don't know nothing yet, man. What about Yakub and the Big Head Genius? And when I went down that path, bro, that was the moment. That was the moment. I remember it. Like, I was already tapped in. I was already on that path, but that was the moment. But let me know how y'all feel, though.
Hey y'all, did y'all catch this in Indiana last night? But before we watch this video, let's see what led up to this event, y'all. Check this out. So Indiana experienced some crazy looking clouds yesterday, low to the ground. Look at this, you guys. You would think we're in another dimension. And you can hear the sirens in the background. And then around 5 p.m. that afternoon, a random tornado spawned out of nowhere with heavy rain following. Look at this, y'all. This guy literally almost documents his death as this large tree falls over right next to him.
I document my death with this one. Holy crap. Oh my God.
How did he know, y'all? He literally almost met his death. The tree about to fall on him, y'all. Now back to this Dragon Ball Z Saiyan Saga capsule spaceship that was found in the middle of Indianapolis after this tornado spawned, y'all. Look at this, y'all.
So this thing fell in a neighborhood last night. Luckily it missed all the houses and cars and people. Everyone was safe. Does anyone know what it is?
Y'all, we're literally in a cosmic movie, man. The Saiyans are here. We about to activate. I'm telling y'all, man, this is literally the universe speaking to us. And then Washington, D.C. is shut down. You know that, right? Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Just sat there like that. It looked like it was placed there.
Imagine renting an Airbnb for your anniversary. You know, trying to catch a vibe with your wife. And the host of the Airbnb was giving you problems from the get-go, y'all. But this thing just turned into a whole Black Mirror episode. Tell me why this guy, right? The host of the Airbnb was watching this couple through the TV. Y'all look at this. Y'all check this out. What is going on here, y'all? Y'all need to watch your Airbnbs, man, because I'm watching this happening all over. This is crazy.
Man, I done heard him say the shit, right? Where they said he watching the nigga through the TV, right? A nigga just laying in his why a nigga can't sleep, right? Dog, I look at in TV, my nigga, because I use sleep music shit to go to sleep. Man, look at this shit, dog. Hey, man, y'all gonna get rid of them. We getting rid of TVs, man. Look at this ass Vietnamese, Chinese looking man sitting there. He in some type of studio or something, dog. With the headphone, and this nigga is live right now. This live feed. This nigga live right now. Saying, I'm watching the nigga, bro, while a nigga sleep, bro.
Y'all, I know y'all heard that, but if y'all seen that crazy ass lightning bolt that I just seen, man, this is crazy how it's been raining every single day, and the thunder is it don't even sound like thunder. It literally sounds like something is rolling over the firmament. But this lightning has been spontaneous. It's like literally just everywhere. Okay, so back to this, y'all. Oh my goodness, here we go. Yeah, bro, big shits are happening, y'all. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all check y'all Airbnbs, man. Something is going on, man. The weather is crazy, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie, it ain't rain here in Sac, bro. It's been hot, but not like nothing too crazy. But it's the summer, so what's it doing raining? I don't know where he at. Lightning and thundering in the summer, bro. What? Yeah, Cali, we just give clear skies literally during the summer. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I would probably like call the Airbnb dude. And I'll be like, hey, we have a problem. Can you get here to come check this out? After I record him doing this, and as soon as bro get there, oh, bro, I'm going to work. I'm going to work, bro. As soon as he get there, yeah, let me show you. And I'm be like, you see this right here? Boom, boom, I'm getting on, bro. I'm so serious. What if you got kids? See, that's what I'm saying. I would have whooped his ass. I'm sorry. I vibrate high, but for some shit like that, bro, the weird stuff gotta get applied. You gotta apply pressure to the weird stuff. If they watching you, he watching you like that, bro. He don't trust you, and you gotta think he gonna have some. That's not the only thing he's watching you on, bro. He watching you all over the place. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. What y'all doing? I especially like I said, if there was kids in the house, I gotta whoop. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
See this? This is mad disturbing, you all. And this is Pascal Siakam for the Indiana Pacers. And this was during the pregame. And this should show and tell everybody what exactly is going on, because this is absolutely demonic. We are in a spiritual warfare. And if this doesn't show you what is going on, I don't know what will, because why else would his eyes, look like the Undertaker for a couple of seconds? Maybe he's just locked in. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe there is nothing to see here at all. But that movie coming out called Him is starting to make a lot more sense now when it comes to these athletes, these celebrities, and everything else. If you know exactly what is going on. What do you think?
Game 7 tonight. He was channeling something though. Come on, Indiana.
Wait, hold up, y'all. Colorado just got hit with a tornado. Like the mountains, Colorado, with a tornado. This right here was at 6 in the morning. This lady woke up to go to work, and then she saw the sky looking like this. Check this out, y'all. I always thought that people moved into the mountains to get away from this kind of thing. Peace, clean air, getting away from Tornado Alley drama. But this thing climbed up 9,000 feet and literally leveled up all these trees, y'all. That is crazy. This is the same kind of thing that happened in North Carolina again. So now they're telling us that tornadoes can actually happen in the mountains now, y'all. Like, again, what reality, what world are we in? This is a whole nother level.
This can't happen in the mountains. Think again. Storm chaser Eric Kelly captured widespread tree damage this week over Divide, Colorado, over 9,000 feet above sea level after what's likely a tornado ripped through the forest. If confirmed, this would be the third tornado in just 3 years near Pikes Peak, one of the highest mountains in the U.S. Last year, an EF1 tornado with 100-mile-per-hour winds knocked down hundreds of trees just north of Cripple Creek.
Yeah, apparently Colorado has been getting tornadoes. This was just on Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, yes, this year. So now they're telling us tornadoes are able to climb mountains. Remember I told y'all Tornado Alley was expanding? And now it's going all the way to Colorado. Are y'all noticing these weird weather patterns? We're literally in those days, y'all. When they say in the days of Noah? When they speak of Noah, they mean Noah, not some biblical figure, but the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which is a department in the government that focus on weather and the change in the atmospheres. Where you see what's happening in the sky right now, everything is changing. We're in the days of Noah. This is why, my people, you must know who you are, which is not African American. You see? Not African American. No African American. You know who you are. Y'all know who y'all are. And if you don't, call on Rado. That's why this tornado happened in Colorado. If you don't know who you are, call on Rado. Let's get this shift. It's here. Can you feel it? Peace out.
Man-made or natural?
There are tunnels under a city in Florida that nobody seems to know when they were built or who did it. A place called Ybor City, a suburb near Tampa. And these tunnels are all over the place. And like I said, nobody's sure when they were built. They don't know who built them or what they're there for. Some people think they could have been built during Prohibition to move alcohol, or they were just used during Prohibition to move alcohol. But there's no records of these things being made. They're there, but nobody knows how. Some of these tunnels you can just walk through. Others are so small, you gotta crawl through them. Yeah, you gotta crawl through them. And it's not just like somebody dug a hole. This is brickwork in these tunnels. These tunnels were made by somebody who knew what they were doing. My question is, why are these tunnels under this city in Florida to begin with? And are people still using them for other nefarious purposes? There's so much strange stuff going on in the world. A system of tunnels under some city that nobody knows about, or at least they're not letting people know about, doesn't really surprise me. Okay, Bushkis, Shabadoo.
I think we all got tunnels in our cities, y'all. I think.
Something's happening. Another massive solar flare at the same time. More earthquakes hitting the Middle East, and this guy even recorded what he said was a solar flare. Come back to this in one freaking second. It's getting wild. This is so wild, and if you feel like trash, this is why, and let me know. But look at the Schumann frequency, how it's completely matching all these solar flares while all these crazy volcanoes are going off and all these earthquakes just popping out of nowhere. And this right here happening, like I told you earlier, like a sign from God, like the Tower of Babel itself. You know, the Starship explosion. What's the possibility we have all these solar flares, all these earthquakes happening in the Middle East? We have 50 eruptions just in Indonesia alone. Well, I guess it's the same exact probability as the military having steak and lobster right now, of all times right now. Much like a prisoner's last meal. Hopefully not. Seriously, I'm praying for y'all. And now this weekend in the Carolinas, we're literally going to burn, y'all. Sun's up with the sun. Something's up with everything. Record-breaking temperatures all over the place. Too hot to even live. That's a joke, but I'm not really joking. Now back to his captured solar flare.
What? Dude, that's crazy.
To be clear, DNA tests don't tell you your true origin. It's like trying to find your hometown using a map that deleted your city. It don't make sense. So if you're Washita, Yamasee, or from any of the indigenous melanated tribes of America, they'll label your DNA as West African or unassigned. But why? Because they're not looking for your truth. They're looking for what fits their narrative. So what can you do? Here's the real way to find your real roots. Start with your family stories. Look at land records, freedmen's rolls, Dawes rolls, and census changes. Learn about the tribes that lived where your ancestors are from. And most of all, trust your soul. You know when the stories don't add up. Your blood remembers what the tests don't show you. The truth is, your DNA doesn't lie. But these companies, they were never meant to tell your story. They were designed to keep melanated indigenous people disconnected from land, from legacy, and from the truth. Share this video with someone who got a DNA test and still felt confused. We are not lost. We are the land, the original people of Mother Key herself. And no chart, no test, and no lab can ever rewrite that. The Great Awakening is here. Time to remember. It's now.
So y'all, Iran just had an earthquake. But that's not the craziest part. So everybody know Iran and Israel been going back and forth, striking each other. But then Iran suddenly has an earthquake, y'all. And what they're saying is, this joint might not be natural. And people like, well, obviously, they've been getting shook the ground. The missiles that they've been firing is not enough to cause the seismic wave that it caused in Iran. There's only one bomb that a certain somebody has that can travel underground far enough to cause seismic activities like that. So the earthquake happened near Iran's most secret nuclear site. Nuclear site. If Israel didn't have missiles capable enough to reaching down that low, only the US did, called the bunker buster. I'm not saying the US used their missile to hit that nuclear site. I'm just saying, think about it. It was Iran nuclear site. What did Israel and US want them to do? To shut that shit down. And if not, it was going to be problems. Now all of a sudden, that nuclear spot is fucked up, and they just had an earthquake right there.
Ain't that the spot that they hit? I think it was like yesterday on Saturday. Ain't that the spot they hit? Correct me if I'm wrong. I just want to know what they was making up in that mug, what they had up in there, because we know they went to the first time. We know the story why they really went to the Middle East. Was it Iraq? Wasn't in old Sumerian land? And it was portals and things like that there. So they went there and said it was for oil, for entertainment purposes. What y'all think they told them to shut it down for? Was it something they have? I'm just asking questions, man. Let me know y'all thoughts.
Senator Mike Lee is facing widespread backlash following posts about the targeted shooting of 2 Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota. State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark, were pronounced dead Saturday morning after a gunman posing as a police officer arrived at their home in the early hours and shot them. The gunman had targeted the home of another Democratic lawmaker, State Senator John Hoffman, shortly before the attack on the Hortmans. Hoffman and his wife Yvette were shot multiple times and underwent surgery. The senator's wife shared that they are recovering, and they are both incredibly lucky to be alive. The suspect, 57-year-old Vance Bolter, was arrested late Sunday following a nearly 2-day statewide search. Lee posted on X a photo of Bolter wearing what appears to be a latex face mask with the caption, "This is what happens when Marxists don't get their way." The Utah senator appeared to be making a reference to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz in the second post. Authorities discovered a list of approximately 70 names and materials recovered from Bolter's fake police vehicle.
Higher lie, the earth is flat, bro.
Oh, high for sure. The earth is flat. It's flat. We live in a dome.
So you feel like we live in a dome. Talk to me about it.
Do you have a map of the earth?
Well, the only thing...
The map... Okay, so the map of the earth that you are used to would have, like, the United States over here, would have Asia and Africa over here, and we'll have Australia somewhere down there, right? Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so if you travel from L.A. to Australia, you clearly don't go all the way over... you know, like Asia and all that to get there.
Right.
You go the other way, right?
Right.
But that doesn't mean that it wraps around.
Okay.
If you take that world that you're thinking about and flatten it, like make it go this way, that's the actual path that we take. So if the United States is here and the rest of the world is north right here, then you take this path there. Anytime I go to travel, I always go over. We never go this way around. That's one thing. Another thing...
Interesting. Okay, keep going.
Another thing is if you try to... We can go up, down, left, right.
Right.
That means we live in a dome. That we're not on top of a flat surface. We're not a world on top of a round thing. You wouldn't be able to go up and down if we were on top of something like that.
Can you go down, though, like that?
You can go downstairs.
Like, got you.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that if we were if we were on top of something round. You wouldn't be able to do that.
That's interesting, man.
The only way that we can, the only way to go north is up this way, right? Not up that way. That's why we live on a flat earth.
Got it.
Yeah.
But isn't the cover of cushion orange juice too? Don't you got the...
That's cool because that's what people are used to. I don't want to scare nobody.
Don't let that go over your head.
But the actual landmass that we live on, is not the shape of the map that you were given in 3rd grade.
Shit, okay.
You gotta stop thinking that.
I got you.
You gotta stop thinking that.
Change the narrative.
Even if regardless of the dome and the water being below us and the air being up there and there not being, you know, anything that actually is, like if you look at that sky, there's nothing that caps that off.
I just think about the sunset though, and you know how it like kind of goes down, and then you got the moon. I don't know. To me, wouldn't it stay light all damn day?
Would it stay light all day?
Wouldn't it?
No, it goes around.
Oh, you think it goes this way?
Yeah, yep.
Holy.
Yeah.
I gotta smoke some good shit and really catch a vibe with you.
Because it goes around. Like if we're on this side and the sun goes this way, then we're not going to see it. Yeah.
Interesting.
It just hits this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's really talk. Because this is the part they never wanted us to figure out. CERN isn't just running experiments. They're running a system reset. They're smashing particles, forcing frequency, bending timeline, but what they actually did is break the original design. And now they can't stop that collapse that they started. That's why time feels weird, the days are blur. That's why your spirit feels like it's vibrating out of sync, because reality is folding in on itself in real time. The Mandela effect, deja vu, those dreams that feel more real than life, that is not your imagination. That is your spirit catching what your mind can't process. You feel like some people around you don't even feel real no more. Seriously. And that's because some of them not. They're running old frequencies trapped in this loop while the system glitches. They thought that they could control reality like code, like they could write over divine law. But you can't hack universal order. You can delay it, you can bend, but eventually it snaps back. And that snapback, that is what we're starting to feel now. So you weren't crazy. You weren't imagining it. You were just waking up before they wanted you to. The collapse isn't coming. It is already here. So y'all better stay woke. I'm telling you. And if y'all want me to go way deep in this, if y'all ready, y'all better let me know. Because we can go real deep with this.
Is that why Planet X or Planet Nibiru is approaching back? Just asking. Curious.
BY is real. You have been given 5 years to get your shit together because they have made their return. What am I talking about? These 2 pics right here. Shout out to CC is real for sending me these 2 pics of them recently showing themselves and making themselves very visible. Listen, the system is over. As above, so below. The bigger the cosmic activity, the bigger the distraction has to be. So if you want to know why you're hearing about P. Diddy and Cassie, Remy Ma and Pat Poose, Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, is because they have to be able to match the frequency to distract you. Back in 2023, I even recorded a video on my own showing you them popping up out of nowhere, just to remind you, hey, we still here and we're not playing. The takeover is happening. So now you know why the distraction had to be as big as it was 5 years ago, because that's when the return happened. The divine feminine is in full effect, and it ain't going nowhere. It's the takeover.
I just asked. See, that's how crazy the universe works, bro. Damn. Ain't no such thing as coincidences. I literally just said, do y'all think that's why the Planet X or Planet Nibiru is coming back? Because, and then BY is real pop in like they have returned. We seen Rashad Jamal even say they was returning. They was coming back. Are they coming back because they know that their 1% or certain families is doing things they shouldn't be doing? And I used to always say, is it interfering with other life forms past the ice walls? And then is that what's causing them to come back? I'm just asking, man. I'm just asking the questions that some people might overlook sometimes.
So y'all, Malu Atobu erupted once again, and I swear to God, y'all, I can see her. Can y'all? I see her. The rise of the melanated woman. Look at her. Look at them, y'all. A whole bunch of them. Look at the woolly hair. You see, look at the nose. Y'all see? I mean, come on, man. How do you guys not see the faces? Look at all the faces, man. I see her. I see her rising. The powerful, the divine, the magnetic feminine energy is coming back. And guess where it happened? In Indonesia, Why? Because Indo needs ya. We need the melanated woman to rise once again. That's why these volcanoes are popping off. And it's not the first one. Remember Mount Etna that just exploded? You can't make this stuff up, y'all. It shows another melanated woman. See? The melanated woman is rising out of the ashes. Look at the woolly hair. Y'all gonna take a look at this and tell me that's not a woman with woolly hair? And it looks like twins. You see, look at all the faces in there. You can clearly see the eyes, the nose, the mouth open. The earth is calling back her daughters. She is telling y'all to rise. She is tired of this. You see, these volcanoes popping off represents the repressed, hidden, magnetic, divine feminine energy, right? When these volcanoes are popping off, it's the earth saying, I've had enough, and she is reclaiming back the planet. There's no coincidence as to why all of these volcanoes are popping off all at once. This is magma, the magnetic mother. There's no coincidence as to why Donald Trump administration is MAGA, because it is the rise of the divine feminine energy. Just like in Moana, this eruption is her activating in order to transmute the energy that's on the planet right now, y'all. But yes, y'all, things are happening. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. The divine feminine energy is rising. I know y'all feel that. Let me know what y'all guys think. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I seen the face on that one, but there was some other ones I didn't see a face.
So if you work for Amazon or plan on working for Amazon, you need to hear it. So Amazon CEO Andy Jassy announced that they're going to be making some job cuts. And the reason they're making job cuts is because of AI. You heard what I said, right? Mind you, it's videos going around right now saying that Amazon been cutting, but they've been cutting for other reasons. It's being said that Amazon has been letting people go if they weren't born in the United States. And as far as this AI thing goes, it shouldn't come as a shock. They've been planning for this. Of course, we know as AI gets smarter, more people are going to lose their jobs. The more things that they figure out AI can do, the more people are going to go without money. Now, if you go down the rabbit hole, and I mean, click that search bar up there, and you see all the videos that's going around right now, it's people saying that a lot of people are getting fired, period. They're saying that if you want a job at Amazon right now, you might just be able to get a job at Amazon. But then you got some videos saying that if you want a job right now, you might not want a job at Amazon right now. Some people are even saying that working at Amazon is like modern day slavery. But in any event, please jump down that rabbit hole. I need people at Amazon to hit me back and let me know what's going on over there. Because as you see, he already said what's about to happen. Y'all really better pay attention. I'm out.
My peoples that work at Amazon or who still work at Amazon, let me know if it's still like this. Do they still play when it come to converting from being part-time, temporary to part-time, permanent? Do they still play with that? I had a few people, their card wouldn't work when they go to clock in. So it would dock them points every time. The managers wouldn't fix it. They would say, oh yeah, I'm going to send a ticket through to support and they're going to go ahead and fix it for you. So when it's time for you to convert, it doesn't show that you have been missing work, because you're not supposed to miss a certain amount of work. You're supposed to be there a certain amount of time. You're supposed to be there every day pretty much. Between, you're not supposed to incur any points. I can't remember the exact total that you can't incur. But if you miss work, you incur a point. Certain things that you do at work, like missing work, calling off, coming late, those are different points. So it could be a half a point, it could be 1 point. But they will let you, a couple of my peoples was let go from there for that reason. And also, do they still have that premium meal thing where you can skip lunch or skip a break and continue to work through it and you would get paid for it? Do they still have that? You could waive it. Do they still have that? They was trying to work me like that. I became an ambassador. I was supposed to become one of the managers. They kept playing with me. And they gave me another position to train the drivers and stuff like that. But at that point, I was already gone. But I do remember people losing their job for that reason, that the managers would never fix it. And then they would just hire a bunch of more people. They would hire like hella people after that. The turnover rate is crazy. So they don't care if they let you go because there's hella people coming back in to get the job. Easy work. But let me know y'all thoughts though. Let me know y'all thoughts, because I start finessing the system. I start coming in 10 minutes early, clocking out 10 minutes early. They said, or it was 9 minutes because it couldn't be 10. So I would clock in 9 minutes early, I would leave 9 minutes early. Y'all not keeping me and I'm not staying. And then if I did come in early, I came in super early, couple hours. So when I did decide to leave, you can't tell me nothing, bro. I've been here. I put in the work. I'm out. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I love y'all Collective. I hope y'all having a smooth 7. But who knows? We might double back up in the next 7 and come through again. I've been dropping like back to back to back. But I'll let y'all get out of here. I hope y'all enjoying y'all Sunday. Until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably